The International Climate Fellowship is a 6-month fellowship program for current and recent college and university graduates. The fellowship is centered around climate work in sustainability, and renewable energy. So during the 6 months, it's a virtual experience, and each of the fellows are placed at an environmental organization working on climate change projects. Throughout the program, they're able to travel internationally, which we're here in Lagos, Nigeria.
We're on our way to the airport to pick up our International Fellowship Fellows and the leadership team of Green Youth Foundation, North America. It's so exciting, and we are hopeful to meet them.
So this is a part of their fellowship program, as well as participating in an 8-week leadership training program, where on a weekly basis, they are able to interact with leaders in the field, learn about new topics within the environmental and conservation space, and overall just a great program to get our young leaders into environmental and climate change work.
The planning of the International Fellowship Program, it takes a lot of collaboration between funders, GYF philanthropic dollars. We have to have logistics on the ground, and we have to have a team that can pull together this project that's a magnitude of bringing 6 to 8 people across the Atlantic.
As the Chief Financial Officer, many hurdles to overcome just for this project alone. As a leadership team, I think it took us approximately 3 days to actually carve out a budget that would be able to support the work that we intended to do here and that we actually got done here.
So we're extremely proud to have Howard University, A&T, and many other universities represented to make sure that students are interested, and also they know these careers exist. So starting with the funding and then the recruitment, and then we go into activation. So we're very proud to be going into year 3 with Grow All, so we can make sure that we continue this project to not only have students from the U.S. come to Nigeria, but have people from Nigeria go to U.S. and study the determinants there.
As the program lead for the International Climate Fellowship, this year my focus on recruitment started with the host sites. So the host sites are where the International Climate Fellows will actually be hosted at. So my recruitment started with them. I was looking for organizations that could provide climate-related projects, sustainability-related projects, as well as renewable energy and just environmental impact and justice. The host sites had to complete a survey, and the survey asked them questions about, during this 6-month fellowship, what would the fellows be working on? What were their plans for professional development? So based off of that, I was able to decide upon 6 different host sites. And then for the interns, was looking for students that had diverse backgrounds. Also looking for students that didn't really have a background in climate change or environmental work, to give them the opportunity to be able to break into the field. I think that's important too, to provide the opportunity and access to fields that may not, be as, well suited, or those that may not be populated by people of color. So I was just looking for different candidates that was around the U.S. that could benefit from the program. I'm excited that we decided upon 6 amazing fellows.
I've had the most amazing experience. I would say my expectations have surpassed. I've enjoyed the food. I'm sure I ate the egusi soup by myself yesterday. But overall, I've had the best experience, being able to meet the people here, interact with the communities, our staff, GYF. They've really worked really hard to just make sure that this trip has been not only attainable for all of us, but enjoyable as well. When we aren't working, we're finding a way to be able to interact and have these extracurricular activities. So I would say my expectations have been surpassed, 100%.
My favorite thing that we've done so far, we went to a wellness center, and so it was nice to see the local plants that they have, that they grow, that they can use for medicine or just overall wellness. So I think that was probably my favorite thing so far.
It's been a life-changing experience visiting Nigeria for the first time. So coming here, seeing beautiful people who look like me, look like family members, and to feel the familiarness of family, even if it was my first time here. So I think it's a beautiful country. I think it's a beautiful continent, and I think more Americans need to come and connect with their ancestral land, even many, many years later. So this has been a great trip.
Oh, this trip has been phenomenal. I'm going to start with the team who actually pulled together the logistics, our GYF Africa team. This has been one of the most exciting and eventful and heartfelt experiences that I've had in my lifetime. And I can say that without batting an eye. This has been an event that I will never, ever forget.
I think the most eye-opening and inspiring part of traveling to Nigeria was visiting the Makoko and visiting the lands where people were living on water.
Just being able to see the people, see the lifestyle, and see the just the invigoration of that community and resilience of that community. I would love to see us educate them and help them to grow and understand conservation and how they can have a better life, and as far as what the pollution does to the water and just kind of how to have some better practices. But overall, I was inspired by how the community lived, and just building a community on water was just amazing to me. And yes, there are ills that we have to try to rectify and help them to understand. But overall, just seeing the smiles on the children's faces and interacting with people and the king, it was just really inspiring, and it really gave me hope that we can be a change agent to help them to grow and to be more prosperous and more enlightened on environmental issues so that they can do better.
Particularly in the health clinic that we visited. So seeing how the impact of the solar panel project has impacted that community and kind of affording them with the opportunity to have just a light source for 24 hours and how impactful that might be.
I thank you, well. I thank you. I'm begging you. I need more.
Visiting Makoko, it will continue to inspire me to do more.
I would love for the program to expand. So this year we had the opportunity to have 6 fellows, and next year I would love to at least double that so that the fellows can increase and work with different host sites.
The way I see GYF North America engaging with our West Africa team and also with Nigeria and just the conservation movement here is, again, elevating the voice, elevating the issues, making sure that we're telling the story, that we're getting out and we're sharing this mission with others.
In the broader picture, I would love for the International Climate Fellowship to be large, 100+ students, and to be able to work on site instead of it being a virtual program, and having the funding to be able to visit places and maybe visit Nigeria for 6 months and work on a project as opposed to, just coming for 1 week.
If I had unlimited resources, a climate project I would innovate here in Nigeria is some type of program that could basically fill in the skill gap and the labor gap here in Nigeria to address any issues or concerns revolving around sustainability, making sustainable buildings or waste management or clean energy or even research on climate change.
I would love to give a shout out to the founders of GYF, Mrs. Anjulu and Mr. James, for even having the vision to create an organization like this, almost 20 years ago, and for it to continue to have impact.
Anjulu and James always have been mentors and make sure that we have an equitable workforce.
My inspiration for Green and Youth has come from one person, Mr. James Ezilio. He is an inspiration through all of his personal journeys, and he keeps going.
My biggest shout out would be to Anjulu and to James. I'm so grateful of the work that they have started. I pray that I can continue to help them just grow it and expose other people to it
everything that was done here, the shout outs go out to the team. Anything that went wrong, you all were here to help us. Now I'm not going to know how to travel because I'm not going to have a logistics team. I'm not going to have cameramen following me around. I felt like a star for a week. So this was all wonderful, and I really truly appreciate all of you for everything that you've done. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I just want to thank everyone who was a part of this and just to continue to push the fight. And as Gandhi said, you too can be a difference in the world. I think one person can make a difference. So I want to make sure that even though it's over 20 million people here, and it seems like, what can Shatiba do? What can my leave behind be? And I think it's just helping one. I believe in the value of one. If we all can help one person, then we can make the world a better place. So thank you, and God bless.